pretty Tina. I'm sorry it took me a while to do a new video. I went off to London for the weekend and it was super fun. Oh my gosh, it was super fun. I got to see Amy for a weeny little bit. Just like, and then she was gone. What was that? Shh. That's my puppy, Fluffy. Say hi. Yeah. She's kind of evil, but like it's okay. She's just evil to other dogs, like jealous, and she growls at everything. And I have my other dog. This is Mister. That's Mister. He's really old and delicate, so I'm not gonna try and like move him on my lap. Plus Fluffy hates him and fights with him. So if I hold him too close to me while she's here, then she'll be like ah, and that won't be cool. I rewatched your last video and I like typed out like a really badly spelled crew kind of bullet list because I was like, I don't want to just like be all like blah 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 and not actually, you know, respond, because then it's just, you know. And that, I suppose in that sense, writing is easy because you can look back at things and you can like plan it out. But I like to talk. I really like to talk. So I'm like just going to talk about that first before I get into like London, because there's a lot to say on that. In good things, not bad things. Like, one, I'm calling my teapot collection just my pot collection now, because then the people that I mentioned said pot collection too. They have to interact. They have to be like, pot collection? Tell me more. And then I've got them. Then they gotta know. And then I'm allowed to tell them. I can talk and talk and talk. Also, your teapot sounds so cute. Oh my gosh. Just, I would brave that garden. I would get like some kind of, I don't know, like a rake or something. Just be like, I'd fight for it. I didn't watch your video for Amy because even though I've been like looking at the internet for ages, I haven't been really interacting with it. Besides, like I did like some reblogging, but it was kind of mindless. I was just there like boop boop boop, and I didn't actively search or do anything. I was just scrolling, and I got Facebook messages and stuff. And then I wanted to talk about my job because you were there like, people with job, people with education, oh so scary. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel, and I'm employed. Like I'm employed, but I don't feel like I'm employed. I talked to like, I mean, the people I was staying with in London, them, and all of them, most of their other friends are programmers for computers, and I'm there like, and they're like they're like nearly, well, some of them are in their 30s, and some are like nearly 30. And like engaged and like it's people. They're actual people. And I'm there like, yesterday I bought something with my own money. And they were like, good child. I was like, and it made me feel good, but at the same time it made me feel really young. And like, as well, I'm trying to get back into education. Because did I tell you I like fluked out last year? I dropped out because I had a wee baby meltdown, just a baby one. So I did stop education for a bit last year, and then I went back to it, or will go back to it. So that's something for the future. But right now working is really good because it gives me like a schedule and I have to do things, and it kind of reminds me that I'm doing something, which is good for me. But before I was working, I was definitely not ready to work. I was only ready to work when I started working, in that kind of weird, it was time way. So don't feel bad that you're not like working or whatnot, because you know, teapots are important. What else is I gonna write? Also, if you ever got Skype, I've never ever be too lazy to Skype you. I would probably bother you a lot because I know there's like a brief window, like when it's like 2 and 3 and 4 a.m. here, I can sometimes be awake. And then when it gets to like 5, 6 a.m., you're definitely awake and doing things. Like I've seen like stuff on Facebook and it said at 6 a.m. where I was, and I was like, ooh, okay, I could do this. So I could totally, you know, friendship. And also you were like, oh, I always write really, really, really long messages, and it's a big deal, like essays, and I do as well. And the whole reason I'm always really nervous about writing to people is because when I was young, all my friends and some of my family members used to whine at me. They were like, "Oh, your messages are really long, and it's just weird. Like I write back like okay because that's all that's needed, but I feel bad because I haven't written the same amount." So I just started writing less, and I started to get really, really paranoid about writing a small enough amount that it wasn't weird. So now it takes me ages to write anything because I'm there like, is it too long? Is it too short? Is it formal or informal? And it gets silly. Anyway, it's going to be a really long video because I haven't even gotten to the London bit. So maybe I'll just speed through the London bit. I went to London to go to a £1 vintage market. Everything was a quid, which is, I guess, is like $1.50, which is probably quite expensive for you. It sounds like you got some really good thrift shops. But charity shops in England, everything's gotten weird and expensive. I don't even know why. Like, I'm at the vintage. I was inspired by you, by the way, and I got this. It's a pink jumpsuit! It's a jumpsuit! It looks a lot better at a distance, but I can't really get to a distance here. But yeah, I was like, oh, I want a pretty pink jumpsuit. Cause yeah, living the Sailor Senshi dream. So, like something like this in a normal charity shop in England would be, for the fabric at least, it'd be like £5, maybe £4 if I was lucky, and that's like maybe $6, maybe even no, like $7 or $8. I don't know how it is at the moment, but the dollar's not doing amazing compared to the pound, so it'd be like $8. So that's a big deal. So everything being a quid, it literally meant you could go in and you could either just buy a bag for £10 and just put as much as you could fill in it, which means you probably get a lot more, but you have to spend £10, or you can buy singular items. And I bought 7 things, but the man only counted 6 things. Yeah. So I'm quite happy. So I'm getting distracted by my dog because she's not usually this quiet and friendly. So I got some other cool things. Like I got like a peach colored tartan skirt, and no, it's kind of, and I got a dress and stuff. And I got another tartan skirt, but it looks really bad because you can't try anything on. You just gotta buy it. It's a calculated risk. But I just got my first paycheck, so I was willing to. And then I hung out with some Dolly K girls from my area, well, London, from the London area, and they were really nice, and I made some new friends, and I kind of like further established some other friendships that I met people, and then we didn't talk anymore, but I really liked them. So like we had proper talks now, so I can probably approach them on Facebook with like legitimate excuses to hang out again. And then I ran in to one of my old classmates from Bath who went to study in London. Like, she was there, and she was like, Ziggy, whoa! So we went out to Brixton and drank lots of beer. And Brixton is, I don't know if you know, like, areas of London, but it's pretty dodgy. Suspicious. We probably could have gotten stabbed. But we had beer, it was fine, and we went home. And the place I was staying, it was like pretty much in central, like London's in zones, and zone 1, everything in zone 1 is like important. If you live in zone 1, you're set, and my friends live in zone 1. That's how responsible these engaged programmer people are. So I was just there like, I'm a child, and like they cooked me a roast dinner, and I was there like, oh, I'm such a child. I literally felt like their baby, and I don't know if that was good or bad. I also saw a friend in Covent Garden, and I and I smoked a lot of cigarettes. That's about it. And it was rainy and horrible, but we made it work. But this has gotten to like 10 minutes, so that's my news. Oh my gosh, that's my news. And I said I was gonna do it last time, but I really am. I'm gonna write, because I feel weird replying to our massive ass chain in a video unless I made its own video where I just answered it, because it would feel weird like slipping it into this conversation, because we've gone down a different conversation route now. So maybe I'll type it. Maybe I'll write you an essay. Yeah. Oh, my dad's coming over, so I'm gonna say bye-bye now. Bye-bye, Tina. I love you. No, Dad, no! It's ready! My pie's ready!